1, 0. Recording? Okay. So today, our goal for this math lesson is for you to be able to solve variable equations that use multiplication. We're going to be doing that using models and drawing. Tomorrow we'll learn a shortcut and probably add negatives into it. But for today, what I really want you to understand is how to make a model to solve a variable equation that uses multiplication. So to start out, what you're going to do is you're going to pull one of these do now sheets. And what it says is, use your counters to show, and then it gives you a multiplication problem like 6 times 3 equals 18. What I want you to do is use both your red and your yellows for negative and positive, and show that multiplication problem. I'm going to come around, you're going to choose it at a level 0, that means silently. And you're going to solve it right away. When you finish, you'll raise your hand and let me know that you're done. Anthony, go ahead. You may start right away as soon as you pull. This one. This one. And this should only take about 1.5 minutes. As soon as you're done, raise your hand and let me know. I see 2 hands, but I don't see any counters on the table. What you want to do is make a model using your counters. Do it in about another minute. I see a couple hands coming around. Anybody else down? Come and check. Good. I've checked 3 people so far. When I come around, I'm going to ask you to explain why you did what you did. So be ready for an answer. If you're putting them all back, hold up your do now so that I know you're totally ready for the next part. Could you let me know when we're at 20 minutes?
Yep.
Christy, reel it. All right, so we ready to listen? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent, excellent job. So, the reason we did that was I wanted to see who would remember what the different parts of a multiplication problem mean. For example, if you looked up at your board, you might have gotten a clue. When you see a multiplication problem like 3 times 5 equals 15, raise your hand if you can tell me, what does that 3 tell you? Say it. A little louder.
How many groups you have?
Excellent. I have 3 groups, and what does that 5 tell me, Anthony?
How many in each group?
Super. So I have 3 groups with 5 in each group, and the last number is what they call it? Which tells me what? Okay, someone give me a little bit more about that. Raise your hand, Brian. It tells you the answer, or a little bit more. Chris? The total, how much you have in the total. Very good. So, like I said, today's goal is to be able to solve a variable expression that uses multiplication. It's going to look like this. So before we start, I wonder, can anyone read that to us? Who remembers, what does that actually say? Anthony, give it a shot. Very good. We know that when a number is next to a variable, it means multiplication. So this is the same thing as 2 times x equals 6. Okay? Next challenge. Based on this, 2 times x equals 6, what do each of the numbers or variables in this problem tell me? Brian? 2 times the number we don't know. Equals 6. Good. Okay? I'm looking for, what does that 2 tell me? What does that x tell me? And what does the 6 tell me? Say it.
The 2 tells you how many groups you have in all.
Good. The 2 tells me, it's the first number, how many groups I have. What does that x tell me? What don't we know? Brian? A little bit more? Anthem?
How many in each group?
Right. What we don't know is that we have 2 groups and we don't know how many enter each group. We do know what? Chris? Total. We know how many there are altogether. So like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to use a model to be able to solve this problem and find out how many enter each group. Watch how I do that. I know that I have 2 groups, right? So I'm going to draw 1 group there and 1 group there. I have 2 groups. Now I know there's something in each of these groups. Do I know what is in each of those groups, Devontae? A little louder. Okay, if you're not sure, that's okay. Someone help them out. Raise your hand. Say again.
6 in each group.
6 in each group. Brian, do you agree?
The x equals.
Brian's got the floor. X in each group. Chris, you agree? Exactly right. There's 2 groups. We don't know how many are in each group, but we know that there's X in each group. That's what the X represents in this problem. What do we have all together? Raising your hand.
6.
Raising your hand. Devontae? All together, how many do we have? Devontae, you did it. Groups, how many are each groups? That gives you the total. So how many altogether in this group? Excellent. 6. I'm going to use my positive counters because we've got a positive 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 groups, we don't know how many are in each group, equals 6. That's how I'm going to set up a model for this equation. Now, challenge. How am I going to solve this? What I want you to do, hands down, turn to the person sitting next to you, turn to each other, talk for 30 seconds. How are you going to figure out how to solve this equation? Okay? Go ahead, talk.